Hey friends, welcome back to FTD News, where we keep you in the know. Sarah Carvalho here, and I'm excited to get started with you, so let's do it. Our first story today, we're going to be talking about Ariana Grande. Now, this is not a fun story. This is not a trash talk story. This one's actually, a little sad. So apparently Ariana is the victim of being stalked by someone for what she says has been the last 7 months of torture. All right. This guy's been coming to her house, following her around, and it finally reached a peak when he showed up at her house on Monday with a weapon. He showed up at her house at the gate. Security, of course, already being aware of him, told him to leave multiple times. He refused and actually pulled out quite a large hunting knife and started going crazy and yelling that I'll effing kill you and her. So we see here that this stalking has advanced now into threats on Ariana's life, as well as the life of her security guard. So of course, naturally, the police was called, and the guy who is in question here, the alleged stalker, his name is Ariana Brown, and he has been detained. According to our sources, he is still in jail, or he is still being held in custody on 2 felony counts of making criminal threats. Now, I don't know about you guys, but 2 felony counts of making criminal threats? Listen, this guy's been stalking her. He branded a weapon. He threatened her life. That doesn't seem like enough to me. And here's the thing, I think that oftentimes the criminal justice system does not do justice for women. I don't know why the criminal justice system never takes it serious until something bad happens. And what's it going to take for this guy to be held accountable for what he's doing? Ariana has gone ahead and created a restraining order. She's filed a restraining order against this man. We all know how those go. It's a piece of paper that tells you got to stay away from someone. Let's just hope that if this guy does get released from custody, that he listens to it and that this horrible ordeal ends for Ariana. She did actually say in her declaration, I am fearful for my safety and the safety of my family. I fear that absent a restraining order, Mr. Brown will continue to come to my home and attempt to physically harm or murder me or members of my family. That's just sad to me, guys. I don't know how you're feeling about this, but it's sad that someone who's just trying to live their life and celebrate their passion, making music, the only thing she's guilty of is being famous and being well liked, and this is what she has to pay for it, being stalked, being in fear of her life. Anyways, guys, we will keep you up to date with this. Let us know what you think below. How do you feel about this? Are you a fan of Ariana? Even if you're not, how do you feel the legal justice system should handle this? Moving on to our next story, we're gonna get a little bit happier now. We talked about Jojo Siwa last week. I don't know if you saw my video. If you haven't, go check it out. But I'm talking about her again because this girl is breaking headlines. Jojo Siwa and Jenna Johnson have made history on the 30th season of Dancing with the Stars. Why? Well, they have kickstarted this new season as the first ever same-sex partnership. Amazing! So if you guys didn't know, January of this year, Jojo Siwa officially came out as LGBTQ, stating that although she doesn't really want to label herself because she's not sure what specifically she identifies as, she said that she most closely identifies as being pansexual, stating that I believe that my human is my human. Now, for those of you who don't know, pansexual is someone who identifies as not being limited in sexual choice with regards to biological sex, gender, or gender identity. So congrats to her. I think it's amazing. I think it's awesome to finally see young stars taking a stand and trying to make a difference. It's one thing to mention that, you identify as something. It's a whole other thing to now make it a cause that you kind of go to battle for and raise awareness for. And I think that's what Jojo's doing here. Dancing with the Stars wanted her on the show. She said, listen, I'm only going to do this if I can be true to myself. I'm not going to kind of live up to these heteronormative norms. And I want to be me. It's awesome. It's amazing. It's amazing that she has a community and that the world is at a place now. We've come a long way. We have a long way to go, but it's nice to see that she's being embraced for this by a lot of people, including fellow stars. So that's awesome. Now, listen, what Jojo had to say about this is that what I love to do is make truly being who you are easier for kids. And so I think here what she's trying to say with this is that, listen, I want kids to have someone, a figure out in the open, in the public eye, who they can identify with. Someone who's honest, someone who's real about where they're at, and someone that they can say, I have someone like me out there. And this is awesome. I feel like there's nothing bad about this story. They got an 8 and 3 7s out of 10. Not the greatest scores, but you know what? For one of their first performances, it's great, and I think they have true potential to make it big and win at the end. So we're rooting for you, Jojo, and we'll keep you guys updated on the story. All right, there seems to be a pattern here. I talked about Jojo last week, and I talked about her this week, and I talked about Billie Eilish last week, and I'm gonna talk about her again. So this time, this is for all you sports lovers. Billie Eilish is reportedly dropping 2 new pairs of kicks, collabing with our man Michael Jordan and the Jordan brand. So this 19-year-old pop star revealed the retro picture of the J's on her feet in an Instagram post where she says she's so excited for the release. And I have to say, I'm pretty freaking excited too. I mean, they're lime green. They're awesome. So let's give you some details here. The new Eilish Air Jordan collab is going to be, the first pair is a lime green Air Jordan 1KO that's going to have her signature blush logo on the tongue of the shoe. And then there's also going to be a pair of Jordan 15s that are coming out in Eilish's favorite color, tan, a shade of tan. So guys, I know a ton of you are her fans. I'm assuming these shoes are going to pretty much sell out as soon as they go on sale. They're awesome. Eilish went on to say, I've always loved at Jumpman23, and it was such an incredible and surreal experience getting to create these, especially in a sustainable fashion. So let's talk about that. These are not your ordinary Jordan shoes. In fact, she's pretty big on climate change. So these shoes are eco-friendly, and it has been announced that both pairs are 100% vegan with over 20% recycled material. So if you weren't going out to grab them based on their color and style, you might be going out to grab them after this. The kicks will be released on Billie Eilish's website on September 27th. That's coming up soon, so save those bucks. And they will hit Nike's sneakers app on the 30th. So we're looking forward to that, and hopefully we'll see some pictures online of lots of different people wearing these kicks. All right, and our final story for today, guess who's back? It's Britney, bitch. Well, Britney Spears could not stay away from the gram for very long. Her getaway with her fiance, Sam Asghari, wasn't just a celebration of their engagement, it was also the perfect reason for her to get back on Instagram. So the singer posted 2 identical photos, one color, one in black and white, on Monday, where it says that she had taken the photo in Palm Springs to celebrate their commitment to get married. I feel like she went a little bit out of her way to make it clear that these photos were taken in Palm Springs. So almost like this new start to her Instagram channel. You know, I've got this new fiance, my new life is starting, hopefully my conservatorship is ending, here's my first photo of the new me, my new life. We know that she left, and we've all been suspenseful that the reason why she left was because of the conservatorship. I think that's been now confirmed, that this was a way of her kind of staying out of the limelight. I think some of her people were like, listen, Britney, you've got great content, but you've also got some risky content, like some nude photos, you know, holding your boobs and things like that, that might not go well with your conservatorship, the hearing that you have coming up. So let's get rid of it. Britney, we love you, we support you, we want only the best for you. And yeah, we hope that this was a good move on your part to secure the ending of the conservatorship. All right, friends, that's all for today's news. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. And if you didn't know, now you know. Bye.